tumejipanga vilivyo. Hakuna venye mnaweza pepa wa Kenya wana 24/7. And the guys Kenyans, now officially we are demanding IBC to be in place. Uongo ya Ruto sisi tushajua. Tunataka IBC iwekwe, commissioners wakae in place. Huyu mjamaa anataka kutujaza vipindi hivi, kuchelewe kuwa commissioners in the office, kuchelewe kuwa na officials wa IBC, kuchelewe ndio akuje kupata ground ya kuextend elections, ya kuextend the term of elections. Na hiyo ndio dictator, hivyo ndio kunaendanga. We must read them up front, tutangulie mbele. Ile scheme ya Ruto sasa hata watu wataki kuongelea mambo ya IBC. Na yeye ashapanga IBC itakuwa karibuni hapa in place unless we demand this IBC to be available. Hiyo ndio sign ya dictator with this regime kama hamna habari. Actually IBC should take the center stage. Hiyo nyingine nilikuwa nazungumzia ya Gachagua ni kitu ilikuwa just by the way. Nilikuwa na advice Gachagua because sisi tunataka crisis in the country, sisi tunataka friction in the country. We need it because the guy in office, the guy in charge of the country anatubeba ujinga, anatubeba anatubeba venye anataka. So that's why tunataka kumix maneno yake, tumzungushe left right center. Sasa hivi tuko na deputy president wawili in the office, Gachagua na Kindiki. Na mlikuwa mnataka kuharakisha mambo ya Kindiki ndio muweze kuscore what you wanted. Koti kawanyamazisha kidogo. And many groups actually they have come out to stop this arrangement. Sasa tunataka kuona kama mtapuuza katiba, mtaenda kinyume na katiba. Nyinyi ni kina nani? Ruto, we don't fear you. We don't fear you, Mr. President. We don't fear you. Let me tell you. Sasa watu ufika mahali wanasema acha tukufe sisi wote. So what? Kwani kifo ni kitu imekuja hapa ikuje kupata ng'ombe ama ni watu? So we must stand to tell you the truth to the face. We are not going to fear you. Mambo ya uoga iliisha kitambo, watu walichoka kitambo. Hata saa hii hatujui kama Kenya kuna mahali watu wanaelekea, kuna mahali tutafika. Hakuna. We have to tell you as it is to your eyes. Hakuna venye unashinda hapo ukitubeba ujinga venye unataka, sisi ni matako yetu. Yako unabeba, unaweka mahali unataka, ukitaka unatoa. Yes, end that direction. We have said it's enough now, Mr. Ruto. The good thing is just decide. Umeleta Kindiki na mbio, umemleta na mbio ya farasi. Umemleta ile mbio ya gari ya miraa kutoka Meru. Mahali unampeleka hata tunashindwa kuelewa ni wapi. Mahali umekimbiza story ya Kindiki, ile marathon umeenda. You don't even take care of someone who is sick in the office. Hii office mara moja mmeenda pale mmeambia staff Gachagua mmepatiwa compulsory relief muende nyumbani. Nyinyi nyote. What is that? Hiyo ni dictator man. Na uwezi kai office for longer period, Mr. President. Hiyo yako hata sidhani utafukuzwa kama mbwa from that office. Imefika mahali tumefeel like no, unatubeba nje nyingine yenye hata istahili. You don't even respect the people of Kenya. You don't even respect those who elected these guys. You know, where haki ya wananchi iko wapi? Where do you drop the haki ya wananchi? Unaiweka pande gani? Yaani kila siku wewe uamuke unafikiria mambo ya organizing government 24/7. Unaanza ku create political enemies. You are not even working things to make this country achieve what is expected to achieve. Yaani unatuona kama sisi ni watu tumeamuka hapa wa Kenya hatuna akili. Wewe ndio umesoma zaidi kuliko mtu yeyote. Businesses in Kenya are collapsing. People are not getting employment, jobs. People are struggling. Umeingia kwa hizo maslipu zao zote, umekata mishahara, umekata pesa na maushuru zako. Hizo maushuru ndio unakuja hapa. Badala upange jinsi ya kusaidia Wakenya wafanye biashara, unaanza kutupangia mambo ya Gachagua kwenda nyumbani. I'm not standing here to defend Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi Gachagua is like you. Niliambia Wakenya kuwa zile allegations zote 11 Gachagua alikuwa amewekewa pale. Jenye utafanya tu ni ubadilishe jina Geoffrey Rigathi Gachagua or replace with William Samoei Ruto. Those allegations, they sweet you 100%. They sweet you 100%. So unashindwa mbona mlikuwa mnangangana kukimbiza Gachagua na wewe unabaki kwa ofisi. And you are the worst, the most worst. You are the most worst. Sasa ile kitu imenikazirisha ni hizi mbio mko nazo mpaka mnaenda kwa magazeti notice usiku. Mtu wako mgonjwa wako hospitalini, nyinyi mmekimbia, mara umeambia Wetangula gazeti, mara nini. Sasa nyinyi, kwani mnatuona sisi ni matako yenu, mnatubeba venye mwataka, Sisi ni wazee, tumezeeka. Usione venye nimenyoa nywele hapa. Mimi ni mzee, niko karibu miaka 40 saa hii as I'm speaking. Kwani unafikiria kuna kitu kingine hapa imebakia? Watoto wako nini? Lazima tukwambie ukweli mzee. Mimi siendi kukaa chini hapa tushinde tukiogopa eti tunamuogopa William Ruto. Tusikwambie ukweli. Fuata katiba ya Kenya. You don't respect the constitution of the republic. Sisi tulikuwa tunasubiri venye hizi conservatory orders zilikuwa zimepeanwa from the court. Upuuze. Tuone Kindiki akiwa sworn in today pale. Tungefurika hapo sisi wote. Na si tafadhali. So zile nyefu za kina Moses Kuria anaongea mpaka anadharau judiciary. Anadharau judiciary, yeye ndiye anasema eti sheria pereka kwa sijui nini. Alikuwa anaongea nini? Are those the advisors you have in the office advising misleading you? Mnatuona sasa imefika mahali mnaona Wakenya ni kama ng'ombe. Unataka kuipeleka kwa sisi ukitaka. Ukitaka kujinja unajinja tu. Do you think that is the direction we're gonna take? This one nayo hiyo nayo tafadhali mzee Ruto, hiyo nayo hatutakubaliana. Gachagua kama uko mahali fulani, kama I really thank you. Mnaogopa nani? Mpaka sasa hivi mnaogopa nani? Kwani utaishi dunia hii miaka yote? Viwanja zenyu za airport zimepelekwa, zimeuzwa. Ruto ameleta mtu the soprano tone man. Mwenye aongei hana sauti. Asante Irene, nimeshukuru. Don't worry about it. Kwanza wewe unajua umepiga hatua. This is good of you. Si nimeona zawadi yako. Nimeona your gift. I appreciate. And thank you for being my follower. So guys, hii biashara ya kwenda kukaa chini, mtu anatubeba kama yani mtu anatuona hawa wananchi hawa andawabeba fenye nataka. Akitaka kutupeleka kijinjioni anataka kutupeleka kijinjioni. Kwani tumechoka? Yani tume stand too low that Ruto can just carry us for fools. Yani tumekaa kiwango someone can see sisi ni mafool, hatujielewi. Sisi wenyewe hatujielewi chenye tunafanya. Is that the case? Yani uamuke hapa ulete deputy. You don't care kama hata kuna watu walikupigia kura sababu waliona Gachagua kwa parrot. You don't care about it. Usiku mnaenda kuimpeach mtu usiku hata akiwa kwa hospitali. Huyu anasema political arena, unakuja hapa kutuambia eti hakuna kitu tutafanya. Najua watu mmezaliwa mbalimbali, mmezaliwa na wazazi tofauti. Some of us we are not like you. Nyinyi ndio mmekuja kutetea serikali, sasa mnasema hakuna kitu chenye tunaweza fanya. Hivyo ndio unasema unajua eti hakuna kitu chenye tunaweza fanya. Hiyo ndio kufisha watu moyo. Hiyo ndio unatuambia we the political arena. Eti hakuna kitu chenye tunaweza fanya. Si mnasikia venye arena anasema hakuna kitu yenye tunaweza fanya. Hiyo ndio nao killing the spirit of the fighters. Kama wewe hakuna chenye unaweza fanya, kaa kwa nyumba. Kaeni kwa nyumba. Kuna watu wanakuanga na mpango mami. Je, nikwambie. Some of us we are not hungry, we are not what, but we are standing for Kenya because we know some communities in Kenya people sleep hungry. Don't ask what we can do. We know what we can do. Some of you want us to say what we can do so that you can just go and just scheme against us. Anielewa hiyo. So we should not be just cheated. We are not airing everything here what we can do. We know what we can do. But I want to tell Kenyans, hiyo kulala mnalala, mmeanza kulala kimalende sana. Amwezi bebewa akili na mtu mmoja sababu ni president. Hapana. Come out and we can stop, and that's what is given in our constitution of the Republic of Kenya. Hiyo mambo ya uoga mnakaa kimalendelende wachana. We are demanding IBC to be in place. We are demanding, it's a demand now. Si tafadhali. Sababu it is going to cause a constitutional crisis. We need IBC. Hivyo ndio tumefungiwa so that we cannot recall these members of parliament wenye tunataka kuitisha wakuja hapa nyumbani. What is delaying IBC? Venye mlikuwa mnakimbia mbio kuimpeach Gachagua, tunataka mfanye meetings mpaka usiku. We see IBC working in Kenya. It's our right. It's our constitutional right. Irene nimeshukuru bado. It's our constitutional right. We want to see IBC in office right now working. Msituambie eti sijui nini na nini na nini. Already we are past time ya IBC. IBC should in office we recall those members of parliament who are not serving the public. That's what we are demanding. Number 2. William Ruto umepuuza mpaka katiba to a point that you can bring Kindiki who has been a civil servant as a waziri. Unajua when you are a civil servant you don't belong to a political party because you are not a politician. You resign from politics, you enter there as a civil servant, as a public officer. Kindiki has been the public officer. Now, him being appointed as deputy or nominated as a deputy president of the Republic of Kenya, you must have been in a political party for the duration of 3 months. Kindiki hajakuwa in a political party for less than 3 months. Hatujaona Kindiki akiwa hapo. Katiba inasema nini about this? So mnataka kuassume all those things you tell us. Elect you know guys, Kenyans, hakuna haja muende shule kusoma na mnabebewa akili. And that is not an incitement. Does not even amount to incitement. I'm only enlightening people what the Constitution of Kenya is supposed to bring to the people. That's what I'm trying to enlighten the public. It cannot be someone tell us eti Kindiki anaweza ingia. Yani amebeba mpaka akili ya the second in command. Yani unaona venye Oscar Sudi alikuwa anasema eti wiki mbili nyumbani. Sasa Oscar Sudi amesoma wapi? Lakini yeye ndiye kusema. Hiyo ndio unaona hii serikali ni ya watu hata wajielewi. Juzi ni Oscar Sudi alikuwa anasema wiki mbili Gachagua home. Sasa hivi ni huyo ni Oscar Sudi. Sasa hivi ni Moses Kuria. Ndiye anakuja hapa anaanza kusema we don't even recognize the court. Swearing in should commence leo. Hivyo ndiye alikuwa anasema. Wakaanza kuandaa kuweka matent na vitu zingine. Sasa Kuria na Oscar Sudi hao ndio watu kusema kwa hii serikali au mawazimu. Hakuna masomo ndio wanaongea, ndio Ruto anafuata vitu kama hizo. Alafu mnasema Kenya is headed somewhere. Is that what we are saying? The country is safe, is headed somewhere. Aki, I swear God one, Kenya is not safe. Kama Kuria amesoma, where the political arena, kama Kuria amesoma, sijui ni nini hapa ilikuja ikakoroga akili. I used to see you are a wise person. Kusoma gani na kusoma si kuongea kizungu. Nataka mnielewe wa Kenya. Kusoma si kuongea kizungu. Is you relate with the situations, you know what to respond where, you know how to respond on it. That's what education requires. That's what education requires. Kwa nini unafikiria kusoma ni kupata cheti mtu anaweza nunua hapa. Alafu unaweza kuwa kwa shule fulani bado pesa zinalipwa pale, inaonekana ulisoma huku na umepewa certificate. Masomo ni how you relate with the people and how to solve complex issues in an amicable way without hurting anybody. Look at the reckless statements Kuria anaongeanga. Is he a learned man when you tell the court eti nyinyi hizo judgments zenyu peleka kwa choo? Hizo manini zenu peleka kwa choo. Political arena, stop this stupidity. Me, I'm gonna block you from my life. You stay on your own. That's what I can tell you. You can't be here to start campaigning for Ruto. Naenda huko mkampeni kwa platform zake. Hiyo upuzi mimi sita entertain hapa. Na utaniona mimi kwa live yako. Just stay far. Hii nonsense mmelipwa hapa shilingi 200 mnakuja hapa kuharibu what people are just focused as a community. Stay far from me. You know me and Ruto, I don't pretend, and I don't want to pretend to make anybody happy. Kenya, we must be Peter. Where the country is, things are not right. We don't have a future. Jana usiku nilikuwa nimeuliza watu, hawa watu Hii ng'ombe anasema nifunge live nini? Unaongea live nini? Live ya kuisha ama live session hapa yenye niko nayo. Can you do the right spellings? Do I even need you here? 5x, I don't need you here. Stay far. Enda mtengeneze grupu zenyu huko, mfanye vitu zenyu huko. Unajua mimi mtu akiniletea fujo hapa, mimi siko kwa public forum yenye I'm accountable. This is a life yenye iko na people with common agenda, with common objectivity, common problems, common sufferings. We are suffering. Alafu unapata mtu mwenye anashinda hapa anakuja hapa anaanza kuongea vitu za kutetea serikali. Ni mtu ako na shida. Yeye mwenyewe anakaa shida. Mbona mimi nisiende ku defend government? Wewe tunasimama hapa na nyinyi, tunasimama na Wakenya, na wewe unakuja hapa unaanza kutetea serikali, hata unafaa afuta pumzi. Yani, I don't know how we receive this. Benjamin, ni ukweli kabisa. Watu wengine unakuja kuwashughulikia mkae kitu kimoja, you combine the effort of moving together. Lakini mtu anakuja hapa na nyege zake mbio nini hasira, anakuja kutuambia hapa eti vumilia mpaka 2027. Sijui hakuna kitu mnaweza fanya. Na mtu anakuongelesha hivyo ni mtu shida, anakaa shida. No wonder it is difficult to change because some people. Mesha kanasema hatuna airport, hatuna DB, hatuna opposition, hatuna IBC, hatuna pesa. Yani Kenya tuko. Hebu rudia tena. Hebu rudia. Hatuna airport, hatuna DB, hatuna opposition, hatuna IBC, hatuna pesa. Sasa tuko na nini? Hii nayo imeniweza jamani. Hii huwezi kuitetea hata kwa dawa. Benjamin anauliza DP yuko, na nimemshauri mimi kwa profile yangu hapo nyuma kuna clip yenye nimeweka. DP Gachagua kesho awekwe kwa wheelchair apelekwe mpaka Nyayo Garden, Uhuru Gardens, hapo mahali kutakuwa na mashujaa. Akambaniwe na bibi yake Dorcas na Paul Mwite lawyer wake na daktari wake Dr. Gikonyo, apelekwe pale moja kwa moja. Target ni I need to see how Ruto is gonna behave on that, and that's why I need Gachagua aende huko akiwa kwa wheelchair, amevaa hizo nguo za hospitali, asukumwe huko na Dorcas Gachagua bibi yake akiwa pale, waandamani Paul Mwite lawyer wake akiwa pale, daktari asukume Gachagua mpaka kwa hizo celebrations. Nataka kuona how Ruto will react on this and the people. Siniwaambia hii serikali ni ya vipindi. Vipindi tunafaa kuicheza. Haiwezekani aje bro? Unasema haiwezekani nini? Kwani kwenda huko ni kazi ngumu? Ni Kenya ni wanatakikana kwenda huko Uhuru Gardens. Si wa Kenya wanafaa kwenda huko. Unajua hata kama ni don't care, kuna situations zenye zinakuanga ibidi tafa. Limited. Ruto amekuwa adui ya Wakenya. Haki ya Mungu, hakuna kitu atakuja kufanya itamridimu. Huyu anasema muted master anasema he should be in the hospital, continue with the medication. That's your thinking. Who told you that? A politician is a politician. He'll always do things as a politician. That is it. So guys, mwenye nataka kuongea kupinga nini yangu, simama hapa juu nikuone. Si ukuja hapa, I can admit you kuja hapa kwa forum. Niko na a few minutes. Niko na a few minutes hapa sababu nitareshume another life. Unakuja kutetea Ruto wakati wa Kenya wameumia. Wananchi, nimeleta the muted master hapa live, ako hapa anatetea William Ruto wakati watu wanahangaika, wakati watu wako kwa mashida. Yeye ndiye anasupport gava wakati watu wanaumia. Muted master, hebu tueleze venye una defend mzee wako huyo anaitwa Ruto?
Yes bro.
Yes.
Okay. The fact remains I'm not supporting the government on whatever they are doing. But even the ruling of the Senate plus everything that were done, I'm a Luo, yes, but I don't support the impeachment. It was never done on a legal ground, and the nomination of Kindiki was also not constitutional because he's a holder of a public office. So what we should do now is that since Gachagua is sick, let him continue the treatment, because the issue is in court. The fact that it is in court, we should just wait upon the court on what the judiciary will say, because Kenya is gone. That is the fact of the matter. And I think coming 2027, we shall vote, or even any other moment from now, we are going to be to come together as Kenyans, not based on ethnic backgrounds, but based on we are suffering the same consequences. Look at the Jomo Kenyatta airport now. What is it that is taking place? We know that our dear brothers from the Kikuyu, the Mount Kenya region, they are good in business. That is a fact. And they are the people who have been doing businesses there. They have own major businesses there. So when Adani is coming in and Ruto is coming in, it means they are going to control the export and the import. It means that our brothers from the Mount Kenya region are going to be controlled, and more so, they are going to be outweighed in that KJKIA. So what we don't need that, because we need to survive in a symbiosis manner in our country. I should see you as my brother. When you are doing something, I should be appreciating. So what we need to do now is just to come together as one. We fight for our nation in a way that is constitutional, and if it is a revolution that it will even involve blood, then we are ready to do it. Though when Gachagua is sick, let him be in the hospital and continue the treatment. Going there tomorrow when he's still sick, I don't think if it is.
Yes, are you done?
So that is my ample submission.
Franklin, I can see you.
Yeah, man. So boss, me I'm on your live because there's something inanisumbua sana.
Yes.
So look here, the only institution established by the government that touches on our politics, am I involved on our political life is IBC.
Yes.
Hiyo ndio institution ukikuwa na story ya politics na nini, literally IBC and Registrar of Political Parties. But how come an institution kama parliament has been given power to impeach someone like a deputy governor, deputy president, even the president, and IBC has absolutely no role in that? It's absurd, eh? It's really absurd, because look here, deputy governors have nothing to do with their county assemblies. Unapeleka deputy governor anakuwa impeached na assembly, and then their word becomes final. And then you look at the role of judiciary. Like, judiciary literally has nothing to do with the political affairs of this country because of the doctrine in separation of powers. So nimekaa hapa najiuliza, courts didn't allow Gachagua, they didn't approve Gachagwa's and Raila, and I mean Gachagua and Rigathi and Ruto's candidature. Wenye waliwaidhinisha ni IBC. Now these guys are divorcing each other, and IBC has absolutely no role to say this is okay and this is not okay. Guys, what are we like really talking about? You get it?
Your voice.
Yeah. So my feeling is if this is a political marriage that is going to end, somehow, some way, IBC must be involved. If 65.4% of voters in Kenya went to vote.
Franklin.
Yes, I can't hear you. Yes.
Umenisikia?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Wenye wanatusikiliza wengi pale leo, niko na wakili hapa, ako na mimi hapa. Tunataka kujua mbona mpaka sasa hivi mambo ya IBC na hii serikali hawashughuliki na story ya IBC. Tuko na by elections in the country. Watu wanafaa kupata representation. Haki zao ziletwe hapa bunge kuja kujadiliwa, maendeleo wapate kwa ground yao, lakini hawana viongozi kwa ma constituencies zao. Sasa hivi as we are speaking, we feel like we calling some members of parliament. Yes, when mko kwa comment section, niko na wakili hapa. Kidogo nataka asungumzie kiazi mambo ya IBC na hii serikali mbona haitaki kuleta mambo ya ma commissioners wa IBC, alafu Wakenya waweze kupata nafasi ya kurecall these members of parliament who are not working. Secondly, these constituencies zenye zinafaa kuwa na representation in the assembly ndio waweze kupata haki zao za maendeleo, ni kujumu watu ama ni kufanya nini? Ndio huyo anaitwa wakili Johnson Omboga. Wakili, wananchi wanakusikiza hapo.
Yes,
live session. Ndio huyo anaitwa wakili Omboga, na nataka kujua kisheria bado atatuguzia mambo ya Gachagua kidogo, kama parliament ilitumia sheria kufanya yale yote yenye tumeona hizo madrama zote ama ni nini? Karibu sana wakili.
Thank you very much.
Add volume.
Thank you. Now, mambo ya His Excellency the Deputy President yalifanywa in accordance with the law, save for the last day, the final day when he was unable to respond to accusations. He didn't face the accusers and he was therefore condemned and heard. Nevertheless, he has an opportunity to get the court to address his concerns, and it has started well with him that the court has injected the process of replacement. So as it were, he has an opportunity to say what ought to have said then to the court, and the court comes in to correct any error that is constitutionally available to a litigant. So
wakili, nataka nikuulize jambo moja. Kulingana venye tumeona Kindiki ameletwa kama nominee, the choice of the president midst, kuna hii mambo ya conservatory orders zenye zimetoka kwa court. Do we expect this whatever swearing in ceremony to proceed na kuna conservatory orders from the court?
It won't proceed. We are a country governed by a rule of law. Even judges, there is no way a chief justice will go swearing in the new deputy president, who is now a nominee, when the court orders subsist. Unless they are vacated, unless they are set aside, that's when they will have the liberty to allow the process of swearing in Honorable Kindiki. Otherwise, as it were, things stand that Kindiki cannot be sworn in until those orders are sorted.
So as we stand, we have two deputy presidents in the office?
We don't have two. We have one.
We have one.
The other one is a nominee. Until he's sworn in, he can't assume office. So if anything, the court have said status quo to be maintained. Status quo is that His Excellency Gachagua still is in office. You can't go beyond that.
So if Gachagua tomorrow akiamua kwenda Uhuru Gardens for the ceremony, Mashujaa Day ceremonies, will he be accorded his...
He has his place. He can go. The only problem is administratively they may not. He said he's unwell, and the courts took advantage of that proposition and allowed his application that he wasn't hard. He was unwell. So if he comes to attend the function tomorrow, that will be an act that will work against him when it comes to the subsequent hearings.
How do you rate this government out of 10 in terms of development?
I have not been very keen on what they are doing, so I can rate them. But let's see what happens. I can't rate them now.
You can't rate them now. So are you okay? Are things working well in the country? Is this government obeying the constitutional orders? Because that's one of the big challenges we are seeing in this government.
You see, each case that is challenged is individual. It's hard on its own merit. There are situations where the government has gone against the orders of the court, but there are areas where they have circumvented the law without breaking it. So you will have issues to address, and as it were, and as things stand, we only wait. When they break any law, we have a way of addressing.
Wakili, all time tumeona watu wakienda kwa ground. All the time tumeona the Gen Zs, the millennials, the patriots going to the site doing protests as it is given in the constitution. But this government, all the time they name these guys, they are criminals. They are not doing the right thing. They are breaking the constitution. Then where is the right of these protesters?
You see, the picketing is constitutional. When you have an issue you are not happy with, you picket. So when you picket, you are not breaking any law. It's only the procedure that normally is an issue. You notify the police say they not guarantee you. So those are matters that have a bearing on the performance of a government.
Thank you very much, Wakili. Awesome. Okay, maybe
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a question to my Wakili. Thank you for his time. Okay, yes. I'm from Kilifi County. There's a thing that is disturbing me concerning that picketing. Our sons and daughters were maimed, they abducted, and most of them were killed. I have a request to our Kenyan lawyers. Can
they become available to international jurisdictions the moment the local courts don't address them. Currently, we have not had a crisis where the courts have said they can't manage matters before them. So if there are cases where abductions have resulted into maiming, injuring people, and even death, then the concerned family should raise those matters, give them to even any lawyer, anybody, we have human rights bodies who can organize and have the matters placed before the courts. So we haven't lost it anyway.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Wakili, have a question, please. Kabura Wakili Ede.
Please proceed.
Okay, go first then.
Franklin.
Okay, Wakili, my concern is on the parliament, the National Assembly. It is clear that this parliament, apart from it has failed to carry the mandate that have been given by Mwananchi, because they're only supposed to legislate for wakiwakilisha interest ya Kenyans. But when you look at the Finance Bill 2023-2024, this parliament failed. Mpaka Raila and team went to the streets. Finance Bill 2023-2025, they also failed. Gen Z uprise came into place. You look at the gender bill, it has not been given priority. You look at their failure to oversight executive. When they fail, that's why Ruto and is borrowing like Kenya is his kibandaski or something. Now, are there any provisions in the constitution that if we want to dissolve the whole parliament as Kenyans, we can explore that? Apart from the right of recall, how can we dissolve parliament as Kenyans?
When we talk of dissolution of parliament, whenever there is non-compliance, like now the gender rule, the former Chief Justice Maraga Emeritus did right to inform the president that the parliament as presently constituted does not comply with the gender rule. So is the position even this current parliament. That is the only way now which is open. However, recalling MPs is the only other effective way, because you go individual. You don't really. Some MPs were really trying. The MPs were trying under the circumstances, but now they are all people's representatives. So people's representatives are only recalled by people who elected them. So in effect, we are saying you can't say like you want to have parliament dissolved, which is the mandate of the
many Kenyans. Why up to now IBC is not in place? Parliament has not come with resolutions on how to put IBC in place. There are serious concerns about it.
I think everybody understands that without IEBC, not much can be done until it is constituted. We have no commissioners. The process of selection and subsequent appointment has not been commenced. So until that is done, we'll still wait. We had a problem with the Kregra report. Kregra indicated how we should have it in place before the next elections, but I think time is catching up with us. We may not even.
I read a certain article ya Oburu Odinga today morning. Nimesoma kitu kingine hapo ya Oburu Odinga saying that they have known Ruto's plan over the issue, the delay implementation of IBC, the implementation of the commissioners and such. It's just meant to delay elections here 2027 so that he goes to push these elections to another stage. So as lawyers, as the Law Society of Kenya, wenye ni kioja kumulika mambo ya katiba ya Kenya na kuenforce the law, mnaonaje hiyo kitu? Ruto ni kama amesuspend the constitution, akona hidden plans over these elections ya 2027 ama ni mipango ijafika ya kuimplement hiyo kitu?
I think I have not read what Oburu said, but Honorable Oburu is part of the team that advises the system. Because if he knows that, we don't know. We want IBC. We don't know anything about what the intentions are. We can't read intentions. All we know is time for constitution of IBC is now. So other things about how Oburu feels, that is different.
So Benjamin, do you have a question? Wakili akona dakika 5 hivi.
Okay, I have one. Kitambo Benjamin aseme.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you,
madam.
Wakili. Thank you, I'm from Kilifi County. But initially my home place where I was born and brought up is Mount Murima huko Murimani. And I'm happy living with the dwellers hapa Kilifi County. Okay, there are assumptions that Kenya is being led in tribal lines, but this is a lie to me. Because I've observed since the regime 1 up to where we are. Those people we vote in, they happen to use networking ambao ni za kujifaidisha wenyewe. Lakini tribal card haichezwi na raia. Okay, another thing is that Kenya, mambo yanayofanyika hatujajua ni nani anayasukuma kufanyika, kama ni Ruto ndio yuko ndani ama ni nani, kwa sababu we are in crisis. Kila kitu ni kama ambaye kimesimama. Okay, you happen to blame Ruto, lakini mimi ninaona from county level up to presidency office kuna kashida. Na hiyo shida sijaelewa iko wapi, siwezi elezea as a Kenyan. Kwa hivyo can you take us through? Utuambia angalau ni nani alikosea ndio tukafika pale tumefika. What is happening?
That's a very interesting question. I may not be able to point out exactly why we have this problem, but the position is after 2010 constitution, things took shape. And now you have an opportunity even to move to court. You have an opportunity to express yourself. So we are more freer now. We aren't badly off. It's only that we need to be more focused on pertinent issues, those issues ambazo ziko na manufaa kwetu immediately, so that we are able to address what concerns us. We can't say we are doing badly, because instruments are there to help us move. We have a vibrant and progressive constitution. We can enforce it. We have an atmosphere of peace currently, though relatively we need to be able to deal with those areas that have not been fixed well, so that we live to address those concerns.
Okay, I do understand. Forgive me kwa sababu ya nina swali na ninamalizia hilo. I've been following hii Burkina Faso issue hii ya Ibrahim Traore na nimemwona yeye mwenyewe amejitoa na globalist wale walikuwa wanasumbua sijui ni Wafaransa ama ni akina nani. Here in Kenya, globalists pia they have a hand at what we are going through. Mimi I'm very hopeful the next government itaformiwa na watu ambao ni elites kama nyinyi maloya, madaktari na wengineo. Our Gen Z movement, I do trust in them sababu ni watu ambao ni digital aware. Kwa hivyo hapa ninauliza, how can they detect them from globalists? Is it possible tuwe tutajiongozea mambo yetu without being remote controlled? Kwa sababu najua there's a hand ya Americans hapa, kuna Mafaransa, kuna wa British. Can we move on without those people at least? Kwa sababu ninaona pia kuna kashida hapo.
Hii ni nchi yetu. What we want is what we can do. Where the problem is, we've been made to understand that we rely on the West to succeed. We can have local problems, solve them locally. We have local solutions which we don't want to implement. So hakuna njia, we cannot do the way the Burkina Faso guy is doing. We only need to have the right people in the right positions of power.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yes, awesome. Thank you very much. This is Benjamin.
Yes.
One question.
Habari zenu.
Salama sana.
Nataka kuuliza wakili juu nimesikiza hii maneno. Najua sometimes kama wa Kenya tunasangaa. Tunajionea mambo tunasidwa, ni hii tuko dunia hii au ni kupotea tulipotea. So swali yangu nauliza hivi. Niliona
Benjamin, you are
not council kama Orengo. For sure ni mtu tunategemeanga kwa makuu mstari wa kwanza kuelekea kama wakili.
Get a stable network. We cannot hear your question. So mini, okay, ametoka sababu network inamsumbua, nafikiria anakuja. Julius. Yes. You have a question for wakili?
Mimi sina swali na wasikiza tu, lakini ningependa kuzungumzia kuna mambo wa Kenya tunashangaa venye Kenya inaendeshwa na venye tunaenda. Kwa sababu
Julius kidogo, sababu wakili ataondoka, tutakuwa na mjadala baadaye. Wenye wako na maswali tunataka kwanza waulize, yeye tumrudishe aenda, alafu tutakuwa na session yetu. Peter.
Sawa.
Yeah. Peter.
Yes.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Yes, Peter.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
My question goes to wakili, yeah?
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. Nauliza wakili, don't you think wakili, the bar or the bar for removing the deputy president, having in mind this is the first one in history, don't you think the bar was set too low? Number two, bwana wakili, what will happen if our judicial or if our courts find that Gachagua was not impeached in the right, or the procedure was flawed? Because at some point we saw it, no grounds was substantiated, no nothing, because we have eyes, we are not all legal minds, but we can see for ourselves. So I think in my opinion, we have a crisis as a country, and the back stops with the president. The way he's running the country, I don't think it can be governed better. But no, my take is, my question is, what will happen if judiciary find some flaws, or will we have a lacuna, or what will be the remedy? Thank you.
It is very simple. Thank you. It's very simple. If the judiciary finds that the procedure and the entire process of impeachment was flawed and therefore did not comply with the provisions of the Constitution, then it will overturn the decision and it will declare that His Excellency, the Deputy President, Honorable Gashawa, remains in office. Simple. That is how simple it is. But if they find the procedure was followed, they'll have to dismiss the petition. Now, on the bar, impeachment proceedings in Kenya are not the same as impeachment proceedings in other jurisdictions. In other jurisdictions, you must be convicted. Once you are convicted, they bring it out to rely on to impeach you. Here, the standard is not that of criminal trials where you must prove beyond reasonable doubt, or in civil trials where you find that you must, on a balance of probability, you must prove. But this one is more political than it is civil or criminal. That's why the parliament, both National Assembly and the Senate, sit in what we call quasi-judicial position, in a state where they are both, they are not strictly legal and they are not strictly civil. So what you have to appreciate is, this is where we find ourselves in. One need not prove. That's perhaps where we were not able to appreciate. Nobody prepared the citizens that you don't have to really get the proof you will get when you have a criminal trial. This one is simply to say, yes, I've established that there is a mistake here. There is a way you ought to have behaved, which you didn't behave. Therefore, the office you hold does not fit your conduct. That's simple, equally. In law, we say it is prima facie. You establish that there is a case on the face of it. So if that is law, then that is where, if you feel the bar is low, that is where the Constitution places us. But in criminal trials, you could say, yes, it wasn't proved if we were doing criminal trial. But where we are dealing with the political question, where a politician is asked, did you do this or not? And then his conduct is the one that is on trial.
Benjamin,